Say good morning, Lacey. And there's Ellie, and she's recovering very nicely. Her surgery was a week ago yesterday. And I want to say probably by about like Tuesday, she was actually feeling pretty good. So she has to see an oncologist on Wednesday because the mass that they removed behind over here, it was a 7. And what that means is this. When they took the mass out, it was cancerous cell, so it wasn't benign. He got clean margins, and he said that looks good. And it's not in the lymph nodes, and that looks good. So that's the update on Ellie, and she's doing very good. I have landscapers at my house today. They were here yesterday, just preparing all of our flower and perennial beds. They got our garden taken care of. They got all the compost in the garden. And let's see. I think Joe and I, if it's not raining today, we're going to try to plant the garden tonight because they're calling from today all through this coming week, like rain almost every single day, and it's going to be like hit and miss here and there, you know. So we were not supposed to get rain last night, but it was a downpour in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever it was. So anyway, you can't trust the spring rain weathers and that kind of thing. So anyway, we'll try to get the garden in tonight. Carly and I are getting ready to go out and go get flowers. Tomorrow's Mother's Day. And we did have a frost in April. I don't think we're going to get any more frost now at this point. So I didn't think that we had frost. I saw light covering very faint. It looked like just dew on the grass in April. But that was the night supposedly they called for frost. That's what Carly said. So I don't think we're going to get any frost. So after the landscapers leave and we come back, I will show you, our flowers. I'll show you the garden. And the last thing that we have to do is order mulch. I'm hoping that Saturday is going to be sunny. I think it is. I'm going to have mulch delivered hopefully this coming next Saturday. Today's Saturday, but the following Saturday. And we're going to put the mulch in ourselves. We decided to save ourselves a pile of money compared to what we paid the last couple years. See, because mulch is expensive, and then you have to pay them to lay it and everything. So we're just going to do it ourselves. And then everything's good to go for the rest of the season, except I'll have to get those little pesky weeds when they start popping up in any grass that grows in the flower beds. But yeah, we had some bushes taken out. I told you about that, and I'll show you that too. Alrighty, I'm back from Walmart and Lowe's, and I'm not going to tell you what flowers I got where because they're kind of like all mixed in. I did get these plant stands over at Walmart, and I was going to put my palms on them. This planter is shorter than this plant stand there, and I mean, it's okay that, they're a little off center. But the thing is, these are kind of flimsy, and if we have, windy days, I'm afraid it's going to blow over. So it's like, no, I don't think so. Okay, so those are for the onions, the lettuce, and the spinach, and I got some raised bed soil to put in those. And then I like this. Now, I got this at Walmart. Look at this. It's a fern. Isn't this so pretty? I might go back and get another one. Is this the one? There's one thing, and I think it's this one. You feed it ice cubes a couple times a week. These go in my planters out the front door. I usually have those nice purpley things that I plant every year, and everybody seems to like them, but they didn't have them out. I usually get those at Lowe's. I was there, they didn't have them, but I did get those at Lowe's. And this is a French lavender. Look at this. It's called Dragon's Breath. Look at that. Woo! And when you get a nice little breeze, see how those will blow. So I got 2 of those. And there's another one of these. That's for the front door. Then I bought 5 tomato plants I'm not doing a whole bunch of tomato plants. 5's good. I've got some basil. I got flat leaf parsley. Or is this Italian parsley? What is it? Italian flat. Oh no. Yeah, flat Italian. That's right. I got a couple marigolds. This is another pepper plant. More of the parsley. Another pepper plant. A hostas. There's another marigold here. This is my aloe vera that it died because I set it outside and it was too cold, so I got to throw that out. Then I got all these little, these are snapdragons, ivy, little filler things here. Got a couple of those. This one's like a orangey copper, and that one's like a red rust color. Then I have, these are, what are these? Osteospermum. It's like a daisy. It's from the daisy family. So I got, I thought I got 2 yellow. Yeah, 2 yellow and 2 of the purple. And then there's more pepper plants, more parsley. I got oregano. I got a couple oreganos. I've got 4 grass to use as fillers in my flowers. That's what I meant to say. Then, look at this. I got this over at Walmart too. And I don't know what it's called. Then I have some perennials to put around the front of my garden. I used to have perennials out there and they died. And last year I just put annuals. But this year I'm going to try to put perennials back in there. So I have 5 different perennials. And here's another one of these dragon breaths. And then I have some more things over there. So we're a muddy mess out here, and it's going to get muddier because we've got a week of rain coming. So they dug out all of this, so there's no mulch there. We're going to rake this up, and I'm going to put mulch down all in through here, over in through here, like I normally do. And see, I use that double shredded mulch. And what's bad through the winter, it wears away and it just gets kind of like dirty out here. So anyhow, we're going to put more of the double shredded mulch. Then these planters, I didn't buy anything for those yet because these are going to go over in here. And I'll go get something later for them. And then all of this, we mulch all this all the time. So all this. You know, back up in here, around there. I gotta clean my cushions. And around there and over there. That's all gonna get mulched. And then all in front of the garden is gonna get mulched, and I'll show you. But they cleaned out all of my beds. They got all the weeds out. You know, they did edging there. Only thing is I'm gonna have to get the hose and squirt these off really good. Okay, so let's go look at the garden. This was rosemary. I should have had them take this out. I'll get Adam to dig it out. It didn't come back this year. So we got to take that out, and I got to trim back my hydrangea. Here, I got to cut all the dead stuff out. And this, I think, is a weed. I don't know why they didn't take that out, but we got to cut that out. And this up here is a weed too. They must have thought it was a plant or something. It's not. I don't think so. See, this was one of the plants I had. See, they were, when they cleared this out, this is dead. I don't know why they didn't take it out. I think that's a weed. I'm taking that out. That I know is a perennial. So they did clear all this out really good. We got, here's our garden. It's got 3 yards of mushroom compost. And see how nice they did. Only thing is, this needs to be filled in with mulch again. We mulched it last year, but to do all of this around here, to come around here and up in front a little bit, we got 10 yards of mulch coming, and that's probably going to be 10 yards of mulch. This last year, I think when they did this in here, it was like 7 yards of mulch. We just did it last year. I'm going to let it go, but I think around here where it's, you know, dirt now, because there's still mulch up in there. I'll probably just buy a couple bags of mulch, probably 3 bags of mulch from Lowe's. Will do that right there. And then here's my grapevine, and look at, it's starting to take off down my fence now. But there's these little dead sticks, you know, that's got to be trimmed off of there. And then all of this over here. And I've got to get somebody, a tree person, to come and trim this thing back, because it really needs to be trimmed back. It's gone crazy. All right, I'm finished until Josiah gets home, and I do have to go put those in the front and plant those. So this is this pot, and then we'll get that filled with seed later. Then there's all of that there. Now everything just has to mature. And then I have my other 2 plant boxes back over there. And then we have this, a kitty. We have this pot. I put this fern here like this so it can get some sunlight, but when we open the umbrella, it will have some shade. So that'll just be a plant for the table too. And then I got those. And then I'll take you to the garden. That was a lot of work. Okay, so I dug that dead rosemary out. That's actually the second one I've had since I've lived here. It's like they last like 3 years and then they die for some reason, I don't know. So then I put these perennials here, and of course mulch has to go in. I didn't space, I could have had them spaced farther apart and had that dianthus at the end, but since the grapevine is growing now down here, you know, this will start to hang over and everything, so it'll give too much shade. So I'm just going to just put mulch, you know, throughout the rest of the flower bed here in the front, and that's the only one that lived. And then here in the garden, I have what garden plants I bought, and then we are planting seed. Okay, here we are on the front porch. I don't have my flag out because we're going to get a bunch of thunderstorms with high winds, so there's those, and they're perennials. I took my lamp in just in case, you know, we get you know, the high winds, they bring the blowing rains. Usually, you know, the porch is covered, so when it's just normal rain, the chairs or nothing get wet, but when you get blowing rain, it'll come here and get the porch wet too. So anyway, I have ferns this year, so let me show you from this angle there. Okay, and then my hostas have gotten bigger. The azaleas are bloomed. Oh, slight change in our plans. Joe and I decided not to plant the garden tonight because we're supposed to have a lot of rain and over the next couple days and throughout the week, scattered here and there. You don't want your seeds to get too wet, especially from soaking rains, because you could actually wash your seeds out, you know, and they won't germinate and you'll have problems. So we decided to wait till Wednesday. So that's good, because I went shopping for plants late this morning. I got done around 1 o'clock, I think, is when I came home. And I started planting, and then with all my cleaning up and everything, it was like 3:30, 3:38, something like that when I came in. And so I took a bath because I was so sweaty. So I'm tired, and I just want to get this video edited and relax tonight. I made meatball sandwiches. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw my meatballs in my little post. Who else makes sauce and meatballs at, you know, 7:30 in the morning? But I did, because I had a busy day yesterday. I knew it was going to be busy today. And so we had meatball sandwiches for dinner, and the rest of the meatballs and sauce we're having spaghetti. And we have some garlic toast there. And there's the rest of my sauce and meatballs. So that's been my eventful day. So I'm going to say goodbye here, and I will see you in the next vlog. So let me just throw this out there, FYI, for because I get a lot of new subscribers. If you don't follow me on Instagram, I don't put my Instagram link in every single video, but I'll include it in this one. So if you want to follow me over there. And I suggest that you guys follow me over on Instagram too, because when I take my breaks, and sometimes my breaks can be long, and everybody's wondering, where are you, Sandy? At least you could get little glimpses here and there of what I'm up to by going over to Instagram. So just follow me over there. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.